We often face challenges that test our strength, willpower, and faith. For a pregnant mother from San Diego, California, her greatest challenge came when giving birth to her son. Before we continue, please take some time to subscribe to Dailydose, like and share this video with your friends. It might brighten their day and inspire them to do good. Also keep watching because an important lesson awaits at the end of the video. During her third trimester, Tess Frame contracted the flu, which quickly turned into a life-threatening condition. As a result, she was forced into premature labor and had to undergo an emergency C-section. Unfortunately, her condition worsened, and she was placed in a medically induced coma. It was the start of the mother's most challenging and painful season. She had no idea where she was or what happened to her baby when she woke up. The mother's failing health. For a grueling 20-day period, Tess was placed on life support as doctors worked to save her life. She had lung failure and other infections that weakened her. Her husband and family were left to pray for her recovery. Every attempt to remove Tess from life support failed, and the dire situation seemed hopeless. Tears streamed down the mother's face as the weight of everything she had been through came crashing down on her. Her experience was painful and filled with uncertainty. Tess was unconscious and had not had the chance to meet her newborn son. She remained sedated, and the experience was horrific. The mother shared, "Being in a coma, particularly after having a baby, is extremely violating. On top of that, I was intubated and extubated again and again. My mind struggled in its drug-addled state to make associations for what was physically happening to me, waking up afraid and without her baby. Finally, after weeks of fear and uncertainty, Tess regained consciousness. And at that moment, she experienced something no mother should. She was lost and afraid, unsure of what had happened to her. As she reached down and felt her tummy, she thought she was still pregnant. However, the nurse's words left her panicked. 'You had the baby 15 days ago.' Tess wondered if her child had passed away or been stolen from her care. The emotional meeting between mother and son. The heartbroken mother's nerves and fears were finally settled when she began to understand the reality of what happened. On March 28, 2019, she held her newborn son for the first time. The moment with baby Tommy was one filled with immense emotion. After 20 days on life support, she finally felt her little body's warmth against hers, and it was almost too much to bear. Tears streamed down the mother's face as the weight of everything she had been through came crashing down on her. She held her son tightly, cherishing every second of their embrace, knowing they were finally together and safe. The moment was the mother's catalyst. The meeting was more than just an emotional moment for Tess, who felt something spiritual as she hugged her son. It was a moment of renewal, a sign that she could push through the physical and mental challenges ahead. She expressed, "I had to stay in my hospital bed alone while my family walked out with my baby. The sorrow I felt was indescribable, and instead of letting it destroy me, I used it as a catalyst. I was so determined, by the touch of my sweet baby, to heal as quickly as possible. I would not be kept from him any longer." Over the next 6 months, Tess worked tirelessly to regain her physical strength. She learned to walk and eat at an unbelievably fast rate because she was focused on the end goal, being reunited with her precious family. Sharing the miracles of motherhood. While the courageous woman surprised doctors and was discharged from the hospital, the mental challenges of her ordeal were even more difficult to overcome. She suffered from PTSD and had to seek professional help to deal with the aftermath of her traumatic experience. Now, Tess shares her story of the miracles of motherhood to inspire others to find hope, seek help, and cherish family bonds. Her message is clear. No matter how dark things may seem, there is always a light at the end of the tunnel. And with love, faith, and the support of those around us, anyone can overcome even the most significant obstacles. The brave mother's words echoed. "It's been a long, hard process, but we're so grounded in gratitude our family remains whole." Despite the odds stacked against her, Tess emerged from her coma, determined to recover and rebuild her life. With the help of her family and healthcare professionals, she began the long road to recovery. The mother faced numerous setbacks and hurdles along the way, but through it all, she never lost her determination and faith for the sake of her loved ones. We wish Tess and her beautiful family happiness and health.